Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Thursday, December 22nd, 2022. We have a coastal storm that is on the way that's going to bring some very impressive heavy rainfall to much of the region and some snow, which has already started to develop in parts of central and eastern Pennsylvania. You're seeing snow break out around Reading, snow breaking out around central Pennsylvania, around Williamstown. It's heading towards Scranton. It's basically heading towards the Poconos as well. This snowfall will not last long, but it will be enough to produce about an inch to 3 inches of snow in this region as our low pressure system lifts northward. But the warm air is already winning this fight. You can see that with the easterly winds starting to take shape here. We have east-northeasterly winds along the coast, more northerly over the interior where that cold air is starting to hang on. Temperatures range from the mid to upper 20s over the far northern interior and basically the Hudson River Valley and the Poconos and Catskills. Upper 20s to lower 30s in eastern Pennsylvania. Mid to upper 30s and around your I-95 corridor, and along the coast, upper 30s to mid 40s as temperatures begin to steadily rise. As we go on through the day, that easterly wind's going to strengthen, and you're going to get more winds coming in from the east at 10 to 20 miles per hour, and that's going to steadily warm up this entire region, pushing us all above freezing and changing everything over to rain. But in the meantime, as this low pressure system lifts northward and becomes absorbed, not phased, absorbed, what that basically means is that this low pressure system is going to be weakening steadily while this low pressure system and the Arctic air mass associated with it will rapidly intensify, essentially bomb out. That's going to lead to a major winter storm around the Great Lakes and over the upper Midwest, while we set up a major heavy rain event for tonight and for this evening on through tonight. So what will happen is that the warm air will win out here, and this snow will change over to rain. I would say by about 5 p.m. everyone's rain. And you're going to get a stiff easterly wind locking in with a fire hose of rainfall, which is this feature right here is starting to develop, setting up, marching up the coast. And if you happen to be going to a Jets game, well, you're going to need a heck of a raincoat and some real courage to deal with some of those winds, gusting at times up to 50 miles per hour. Not the best day to have a running, or should I say a passing or kicking game. You're going to need a running game for the Jets to win this game or even to play this game. So certainly going to be interesting to see what they do there. Taking a look at our infrared satellite picture, you can see the setup evolving here. Now, what I wanted to point out here is back here. These aren't clouds. That's the surface temperatures. What this is saying is that the ground is as cold as some of our cirrus and cirrostratus clouds. That's cold. That's really cold. So this kind of gives you an idea of the impressiveness of this Arctic air mass that is going to be heading our way. So this is the first part. It lifts up towards the northeast, providing heavy rain. The snow will change over to rain. I'd say by this afternoon, between 2 and 5 p.m., you'll see that erosion taking place pretty steadily. And then this is our Arctic cold front. And boy, is this going to be packing a punch by tomorrow morning. By late in the morning, that cold front's going to be moving through, and with it, some rapid changes are on the way. So let's dive into this forecast. For today, periods of rain developing. The snow will change over to rain over the interior as we move on through the day. Temperatures over the interior rise into the mid-40s and along the coast in the lower to mid-50s. What we're basically going to see are high temperatures as you head towards midnight. So these high temperatures will be represented in the late evening and right around midnight. Why is that important? Because tomorrow highest temperatures, well, they're going to be around, I'd say about between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. So while you're sleeping, that's when you're going to see your high temperatures in the mid-40s over the northern interior and upper 40s to lower 50s around the I-95 corridor, and along the coast, mid to upper 50s. But you won't see that because you're going to be asleep, at least you would think. Then after that, well, it all comes tumbling down. And take a look at this setup we have right here. By late tomorrow morning, it's about 10 a.m. This is the Arctic cold front. So essentially what you have here is that temperatures here are going to be in the mid to upper 40s, okay? Gradual decrease in our temperatures. The warmest conditions are pushing out in the Atlantic. This cold front will feature initially thunderstorms along it. And then as the cold air is coming in, you're going to initially in the first 10, 15 minutes drop about 10 degrees. So you go from the mid 40s into the mid 30s. About 5 minutes after that, you're going to be falling into the upper 20s. And before you know it, mid-teens. So this is going to be a rapid fall in temperatures with this cold front moving through. And what that's going to lead to is that this heavy rainfall will briefly change over to heavy snowfall before ending. Now, I think the best potential for this to happen will be over northeastern and pretty much eastern Pennsylvania up to about the Philadelphia metro, through central New Jersey, the New York City metro, Connecticut, Long Island, Hudson River Valley, Catskills, and then points northward. For southern New Jersey, I think it cuts off a little bit too fast. So you get that rain, you might see a couple of sleet spells before ending, and then it'll cut off fast. But all that moisture on the ground is going to rapidly freeze. So here is the concern here. One, the heavy rainfall for tonight and the strong winds will cause some significant problems with coastal flooding, urban flooding, and oh, by the way, with the coastal flooding, we already have, let me see, here we are, observations already getting to a minor stage. As we get to our next high tide, as we go to early tomorrow morning, that's going to be pushing pretty close to the moderate, possibly major stage here. So we're talking about anywhere from about 1 to 3 feet above normal, above the normal high tide. So that is a major concern here that we're going to be keeping an eye on the Jersey Shore. So that's going to be an issue. Then you have this Arctic cold front coming through with a line of thunderstorms, low top thunderstorms, followed by a rapid changeover from rain to sleet to snow. That cuts off. While that's happening, you're having temperatures crash below freezing. We're not talking about falling into the upper 20s. We're talking about falling towards the teens and single digits very quickly. Any moisture on the ground will start to freeze. So it's not going to be a sheet of ice everywhere, but it doesn't take much to create some serious problems when you're driving. All you need is a little bit of ice, and you're certainly going to be at the threat for that. While that's happening, you're also going to have strong winds behind this cold front with rapidly falling temperatures. This is why you're going to need a parka, even though that it'll feel warm when you leave in the morning. You're going to need it when you leave in the afternoon from work, because along with the temperatures falling into the teens, your wind chills are going to be falling towards near zero in a very, very fast pace. So while that's all happening, that all clears out with our storm. Temperatures continue to fall. And then by the time we get to Saturday morning, we're looking at low temperatures in the single digits over the interior, mid-teens along the coast. So that's where we're falling from, right? Now, with that, with all the cold air in place, you're also going to have strong winds. So your wind chills are going to be around zero, possibly below zero at times with gusts. And also with all of this energy around this upper level low, or what we call positive vorticity advection, PVA, you're going to have the potential here for a few snow showers. I'd watch out for Long Island Sound, Delaware Bay. Don't be surprised if you get some snow showers via ocean effect snow. Don't be surprised if we get some snow showers dropping into the Poconos and Catskills. Maybe an isolated snow squall or two is a possible threat. We're going to have to see how that evolves. High temperatures on Saturday, Christmas Eve, will range from the lower to mid-teens over the interior to the upper teens to mid-20s along the coast. On Christmas Day, same scenario. That upper level low is going to be to our north. Watch out for a few pesky snow showers, possibly a snow squall. Don't be surprised if you get a little bit of lake effect snow or ocean effect snow off the Long Island Sound or around the Delaware Bay. That's in southern New Jersey and Long Island. Could be a threat. So we're going to have to watch that and see how that evolves. Low temperatures will be in the single digits over the interior, mid-teens along the coast. High temperatures in the lower to mid-teens over the interior, upper teens to mid-20s along the coast. So one of the coldest Christmases we've seen in roughly 30 years, if not more. Would not be surprised if we get some record lows out of this. So a very, very cold Christmas. And again, I can't rule out a few snow showers or flurries around the region. Something to keep an eye on. On Monday, high pressure starts to take control with scattered cloud cover. Look for low temperatures remaining rather cold. Single digits over the interior. Mid to upper teens along the coast. High temperatures will rebound, though, just a bit into the upper teens to lower 20s over the interior. Mid to upper 20s along the coast. And then we're watching Tuesday into Wednesday. We're watching this wave of low pressure here. Again, we talked about this last night in the video, the potential for interaction of short waves. We'll see how that plays out. So I'm going to keep there a threat for a pesky snow shower or two for now. Look for low temperatures in the mid-teens over the interior, mid-20s along the coast. High temperatures in the upper 20s over the interior, mid to upper 30s along the coast. There's our low pressure system. We'll watch out for Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. So again, going to keep a few pesky snow showers in the forecast for now. We'll see how this plays out. Look for low temperatures in the lower to mid-teens over the interior, upper teens to lower 20s in your suburbs, mid to upper 20s along the coast. High temperatures in the mid to upper 20s over the interior, lower to mid 30s along the coast, a few upper 30s in southern New Jersey. And then on Thursday, high pressure will be in control, but scattered cloud cover. Look for low temperatures in the lower to mid-teens over the interior, upper teens to mid-20s along the coast, high temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino, and as always, stay safe out there.